Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Jean here. So today let's try to solve our second exercise for this Python exercise for beginners. Okay, so as always we have our question. Let's see, with the help of flowchart, create a Python program to calculate interest on a bank deposit. So we have here our flowchart. This flowchart will help us to understand how we can build this program. Okay, so he said first we need to read the value, years and rate. Okay, then we need to calculate the interest, the amount, years, rate by interest. Okay, then we need to show the interest. So we have some tips here that we can use to help us solving this same problem. Okay, so let's try to solve this. Let's jump into our VS Code and start immediately solving the same problem. See, if you are someone who start learning Python and you want to practice Python code, this ebook that I create, okay, will help you to practice Python with a visual flowchart. So I create this book so that you can create Python, okay, you can practice Python. Okay, so there are a lot of topics that this same ebook cover, okay, but this is more recommended for beginners in Python or for those who start learning Python itself. So there are a lot of exercises that you can solve. You can go through this. Okay, the most of exercise it has some of flowchart, so that will help you to understand the program and to build your logical thinking. So apart of that, this same ebook, okay, there are kind of tips that will help you, okay, to remember about some Python topics that you can use while solving this same problem, this same exercise. So there are a lot of exercises, okay, more than 30 exercises. As you can see, most of them it has kind of different problem, different of challenge. Okay, so you can practice Python by solving this same exercise. So I'll keep the link of this ebook, okay, in the description of this video, so that you can go grab it and enjoy solving problems. So perfect, we have the question and we have the exercise, the flowchart that can help us, and we have also some tips. Okay, so tips, we have some kind of the formula of the interest calculation. Okay, so there is a lot of way that we can calculate the interest. Okay, depend, because see, as I said, okay, I do understand very well mathematics, but this is one of the formula that I found. Okay, so if you found another formula, you can also use that formula to try to solve this same problem. So let's try to solve this by following this flowchart. So the first thing that we need to do is I need to create a new script. Okay, this is from the past exercise 1. So this is second exercise. Let me create a new script. I'm going to come here. Okay, I'm going to create a kind of exercise 0 2. Okay, .py. I'm going to do this, and then let me hide this one, and this is where I'm going to write the program. Okay, close this guy, and let me see how the flow goes. Okay, if I come here, so first, as I used to say, okay, first try to solve it in the simplest way possible. Okay, so the simplest way possible will be something like this. Okay, let me comment first. Okay, program to what is the program? Program to calculate interest and loan. Okay, let me just copy this. Okay, so that I can remember. You go and boom, paste here. Don't need to worry, you just come up, boom. Program to calculate interest on deposits. Perfect. Then I come here and go down and Ctrl Z, boom. Okay, there first we need to read the value. Okay, so I'm going to create a variable called value. So this value will be equal, okay, first let's assume that will be 500. Okay, 500 USD can be also. Then after that I need to get the years, okay, of the loan. So years, let me say for 2 years. Okay, perfect. And after this we need the rate. Okay, so the rate, so this rate, let's say on the interest of at least like 5%. Okay, it will be percent, will come down. So then we need to calculate the interest. So I'm going to say interest, oh mistake, interest will be equal what? Amount, years and rate. Okay, so the amount is practically the value. Okay, into what? Into rate, into amount, oh I forgot years, into years. Okay, into rate by 100, rate by 100. Okay, into rate by 100. So now I'm kind of a little confused. Is this everything by 100 or only rate by 100? Now I'm confused, okay, because as I say, I'm not too good with math, so now I don't know the formula properly. So let me say, but here in the it has like a principal into interest rate into time, okay. So the time is here practically is the years itself. Perfect. Interest rate is this guy, and this is the principal. Principal is kind of is the value, is the amount. So I think a rate will be by 100 itself, only rate. So then I can do like this, and boom. So rate is the only one will be by 100, if I'm not wrong, okay, because or else they could have put all this stuff inside of parentheses, but let's keep like this. So then after that, let's show the interest, okay. Let's say print, and I'm going to print interest, okay, interest. Perfect. Save. So now let me try to run this to see what is the output. What it give us? It give us 50, okay. So the interest rate will be like 50, okay, the amount for 2 years, and on rate of 5% of 5 itself, okay, will be like 50 will be the interest, okay, that the person will pay extra. But okay, if interest is 1.5, save, and if I run this, will be on 150. Exactly, perfect. I think it's working now. So now, as you said, okay, we just wrote the program. Now let's try to organize this program properly, because this doesn't make sense, and we cannot have like fixed number, okay. The numbers must be, the value must be entered by user. So here, okay, first let's try to change the things, okay. So this variable first of all, I didn't like it, so it's better if we call it amount than value, okay. So now just let's change this, okay. Let me say, let's call it amounts, okay. Instead of value, let's call it amounts, okay. As I like to say, okay, first solve in the first simplest way possible, okay, then after that start making some change so that the program can look better, okay. So now let's say something like, okay, let's use input, open and close, and let's tell them, okay. But see, since this is a value, it's better if we convert this into float values, okay. So let's say float, open, and come here and close. Now here inside, let's say, okay, enter the amount, okay, enter the loan amount, enter the loan amount, okay. Let's put here dot and give a little space. Perfect, okay. So after loan amount, what we need also this years, okay. So years, let's say, okay, the year must be int, okay, must be integer, because there is no dot 2 years, something like, no, only integer itself. So that int what? Int input, open and close again, and this 2 bye, and what we need to say, okay, and let's say, okay, enter the time in years, for the loan, okay, dot, give a little space, boom. I think this message is better, okay. So you can create a better one. This is the only one that came on my head right now. Perfect. Then for the rate, okay, rate is, we can use float, no problem, okay, because it's just a rate, because it can be a decimal number, okay, a float number. So that's why let's use float, okay. Open and close. Here let's see input, okay, open and close again. Let me delete this guy, bye, and here inside, let's say something like, okay, enter the interest rate, dot, boom, save, okay. Now we have a good message. So for interest, blah blah blah, is going to calculate out this thing. Perfect. Now for the message, okay, for the results, for the output. So for the output, let's say something like this, okay. I'm going to use f-string, okay, okay. Then I'm going to do this. So after this, what I'm gonna do, I need to format a good message, okay. Let me say, okay, and what is the name of the program? Python program to calculate interest on a bank deposit, okay. So the bank deposit, the interest on the bank, so the interest, okay, the interest amount for your loan will be, okay, yeah, will be, since it's a calculator, it's better will be, okay, will be, but give a little space. Then let's give the interest itself, okay, interest, okay, this way. Then okay, then let's put here, for example, if it is USD, let's put just boom USD, something like this, okay, and save. So now let's run this guy to see what we got, if we got some errors or if everything is correct. Boom. He said enter the loan amount, so I want like $150, okay, boom. Enter the time years, so the time years I want to pay it in 2 years. Then he said enter the interest rate. For the interest rate will be like agreement will be like for 5%, no, 8% itself only. Then boom, what is it, the interest amount for your loan will be $240.0. Okay, so this way I just solved our second exercise. Okay, as I said, okay, there is a lot of way that you can solve this same exercise. Okay, even you can make this program better. So this is the way that I found. Okay, but you can find another way. Okay, so as I said, okay, you can get this same ebook that I'm using to practice this exercise. Okay, the link will be in the description of the video. You can go there and get this same ebook. Okay, so we'll save from here. Okay, then I'll see you guys in the next exercise. Okay, bye.